We're going to start with the Seahawks, and while there hasn't necessarily been too much going on in that regard outside of the draft itself, I wanted to take a look, and obviously all these mock drafts are going on. There's a bunch of speculation. The latest I've seen is that the team is, in some draft circles, linked to Anthony Richardson at quarterback from the University of Florida. If that happens, I'm not entirely sure. They haven't been talked about around many other quarterbacks in this draft, just Richardson primarily. But when we look at this draft, coming up on the 27th here at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern, with the number 5 overall pick. There are two different ways I want to look at this. Who I think the team end up selecting is defensive lineman Jalen Carter out of the University of Georgia. He's been tied to the Seahawks. A lot of teams are probably going to skip on him with the first few picks. There's been talks that at least 2 or 3 quarterbacks will go in that top 5. The Texans are sounding like a team that does not want to go with the quarterback in this year's draft. So it just kind of makes sense. You know, the Seahawks are a team that takes second chances on guys. Jalen Carter's has his off the field issues as of late. So it just makes the most sense for the Seahawks to get one of the most talented guys in the draft, who I would like the team to select. And I wanted this to happen before any of that stuff broke, was Will Anderson Jr. out of Alabama. The team hasn't really had a certified edge rusher, someone who has been dangerous off the edge consistently, someone that you know can come through in those clutch moments when the team needs a big tack or a tackle for loss. They haven't had that. And to get Will Anderson Jr. Out of the University of Alabama would make the most sense, but he's also highly regarded within those top 4 picks ahead of Seattle. So it would make sense if he goes ahead of the Seahawks pick. That's also why I think the team will end up with Jalen Carter. Will Anderson Jr. has been regarded as one of the most, if not the most talented players in this draft. So he might just go top 4 and not be available for Seattle with that number 5 overall pick. So I think the team gets Carter. I would like for them to get Anderson Jr. That is, again, the NFL draft at April 27th at 5 p.m. Pacific time.